Welcome to the Ultimate YouTube channel. It's all about world music and psychology. My name is Rosalie. I'm honored you're here. Something brand new we have to check out. Shout out today goes to Michael. Take Me Home, Save Our Kids by Gawne and Atlus. Are you ready? Let's check it out together. Subscribe if you're new. Get ready to dive in. And here we go.
Yes, sir. They have the car stopped at 10th and Ranch. Michael by there.
Take me home, take me home to a place where I'm safe, where the walls don't seem to close. Take me far, so far away, to a place where I'm safe, anywhere outside my brain. Take me home.
Shh, everyone quiet down. Hide in the corner, get on the ground. There's a shooter with a lot of rounds, and he grew up a problem child. His parents went out of town, took the gun in his father's house. Yeah, I hear the sirens howl, but the police are not around. No, they're waiting outside. How many will now die? And really we all know that it won't be the last time. This is America now. It's terrible how we will allow a parent to bury a child time and again. It's like a merry-go-round, another mass shooting on the news. We'll forget about them soon, every last student. But I represent the kids in the classroom. Growing up, no, never had the chance to it. I'm the person you left hiding under her desk when it's certainly death had a path through it. While the politicians are a sad excuse, someone saved the kids from these bad humans.
Take me home to a place where I'm safe, where the walls don't seem to close. Take me far, so far away, to a place where I'm safe, anywhere outside my brain. Take me home.
Dear God, it's me again as I come to you for one last time. I know we don't talk much, so I don't expect you to grant my one request, though I confess it's hard for me to not ask why. Why are we losing so many kids? If you exist, show me a sign. I wanna believe you without a doubt, but I feel like they've been forgot about. Where were you when they were screaming out? And where were you when they were bleeding out? Will you take them there, far away from this place they're scared? Hiding in this classroom so long that it feels like the walls don't hold no air. Cause time's up, kids start running, they dive, duck, and go find cover. While the suits and ties up in Washington get the blood money and then hide from us. Fake tears, man, I call bluffing. We got kids dying, but don't do nothing. Cause to them the dead are just another number. Man, I hate to say another shooting's coming, but it is.
Take me home to a place where I'm safe, where the walls don't seem to close. Take me far, so far away, to a place where I'm safe, anywhere outside my brain. Take me home.
Oh, God. Yeah, this was heavy. Oh, man. The pain of those parents. Death is a really hard thing to process. The pain of knowing the person you love is never going to come home again. When you lose a child, that's a pain that cannot be described with words unless you've felt or experienced it in some shape or form. There is no words that would do justice to what that feels like. Losing a loved one, burying someone you love, never to see them again. Ooh, we don't talk about that type of stuff enough. Not even just this specific topic about school shootings and death, but death in general. The pain that comes with losing someone you love, burying them, not being able to ever see them again. Maybe finding comfort in a reunion in the afterlife, but we don't know that. We're not there. We don't have that tangible experience yet. That's just a belief or a faith or a hope you can cling to. So you got to, at some point, try, especially if you want to heal in some type of way, deal with the fact of that finality, of the finite aspect of that, and the pain that comes with that. Not to mention the pain of losing a child, because it's not supposed to happen. Parents are not supposed to have to bury their children. It's supposed to be the other way around, and that in itself is painful too. I'm glad that artists are using their platform to talk about the heavy and the uncomfortable, and I'm glad that there are songs like this in various genres that are really shedding light on this tragedy. And he's right. The fake tears won't be enough. Just crying about this type of stuff is not going to do anything. The politicians keep going about their business. Empty promises are made, lies spewed left and right to win an election. And you still got people suffering. Children dying in school shootings is one example. Suffering amongst children is happening in left and right. And I appreciate the honesty in that second verse of asking God, where are you? They're bleeding out, they're hurting, they're suffering. Why are you letting this happen? A lot of the tragedies in this world leave us at a loss for words, and they bring these questions to us of why, God, I don't understand. And kids are suffering and hurting right now all around the world for different reasons, be it from abuse, be it from being trafficked, be it from school shootings, from bullying, from harassment. I do appreciate that they were shedding light on the fact that whoever the offender, the perpetrator, the shooter was, this also must have been a broken person in some shape or form. That is not to justify in any way what those who commit the crime are doing, not to take away or make light of it or excuse it in any way, but it shows that it is all connected. It shows that a lot of time, a person that was fighting those battles inside their mind somehow was broken and experienced some type of trauma and tragedy. You don't just wake up and become a mass murderer or a shooter or a serial killer. There is a lot of mental health. There's a mental health crisis, and there are a lot of mental health issues that are not being addressed. And it is not just a one side versus the other conversation. It is not just a conversation about what type of gun laws, yes or no, restrictions, yes or no, if yes, what kind, if no, why not. This is not just a gun conversation. This is a very complicated, vast conversation. Gun laws and access to it and background checks and what type of weapons should be legal and what type of weapons should we have access to and why and what and how, and culture, right? In one country over another, laws in one country over another. That's all one part of the conversation. The other part of the conversation is a broken system, is a system of children who are being exposed to things, who are being hurt, who are not being taken care of. The other part of the conversation is mental illness. The other part of the conversation is putting Band-Aids on problems that are so much deeper, where medication is slapped onto a person. Medication has its time and place, don't get me wrong, but where we live in a Western culture where the benefits of capitalism exist and also the extremes and the negative sides of capitalism exist, and you can create a market where now it is about the big corporations making money, and they're not going to encourage you to live healthy and seek holistic help and therapy and eat healthy and have community. They will make more money off of keeping us sick. Slap a medication on it. Now, there'll be side effects you need more medication for. Show you how you can get the fastest, best meal for quick. And now you'll need medication to deal with the ramifications of that unhealthy diet. Slap advertisements in our face to make us think that we can look and feel a certain way instead of telling us go for a walk, get some fresh air, talk to somebody. We're being isolated. We're being bombarded with ads of a better, faster, more glorious movie or video game experience with goggles on that now makes us think we're more part of the game and more part of the movie theater and more part of that world, even though we're becoming more and more isolated, alone behind some random futuristic Ready Player One goggles that now leave us all alone. It is a very vast, complex topic that needs to be addressed from various angles, both when it comes to mental health, when it comes to isolation, when it comes to the need for community, when it comes to gun laws, when it comes to how we're raising children, when it comes to the broken school system in and of itself. No parent should have to fear for their child's life when they send them to school. There are many parents who can't afford to or don't want to homeschool, feel overwhelmed by it, or feel like they can't navigate through that. They shouldn't have to be afraid to send their child to school. And these things have to be addressed. And I'm grateful for artists who are talking about this and who are shedding light on the need for reform, on the need for the conversation, without being polarizing, without going, ooh, it's this party or that party, it's these people or that people. They're bringing attention to a topic where the focus is what it's supposed to be, the children. They're not making this a political song about right versus left or you versus me. They're saying we need to save the children. That's who it's about. That's who we need to protect at all flippin' cost. The statement in the title of the song, Take Me Home, is so poignant because when you lose somebody, that's all you want to do. You want to be able to bring them home, and you can't. You'll never see them again. That pain is indescribable. And seeing those parents weep and waiting for their child to come out of that school building, oof. The children in fear under their desks. A teacher that has to fear for her students' life. I've worked as a teacher. I loved my students. They were not just a job. I cared about these kids and their well-being. Teachers who are risking their lives, who are now trying to keep their little ones safe. Parents who are not sure if they'll get to see their kids again. Now children lighting candles, remembering the child that was lost. It has to stop. And the sad thing is it won't. That's also what I appreciate about this song. The honesty to say the next one's coming. Right? And this is not so much a warning because we know this is reality. This is more so saying, how long is it going to take until we change something? And again, I propose having a more holistic conversation that goes beyond one topic where people start fighting. Let's make it beyond just talking about gun reform. That needs to be discussed and part of the conversation. What does that mean? What does it look like? Why yes? Why no? What can we do? How can we find a compromise? But also all the other parts that go into this. As they said in this song, the child, that broken person that came and did this. What was wrong with them? How did this happen? How did they get there? There's so many aspects that need to be discussed here. And this is a heavy and a powerful song, but it must be talked about. It must be said. And I'm very proud of them for shedding light on this to a place where I'm safe, where the walls don't seem to close anywhere outside my brain. And that too is interesting because when you've experienced trauma like this, or you live in fear of when will the next shooting happen? Could this happen to me? You are living inside your brain. You are afraid. You can't even be at peace within yourself. And so they're asking here, this song is pleading for a place where I'm safe outside my brain, where it's not only my brain that I'm safe with in my thoughts, where I can be safe externally in my environment, because you can't really feel at peace. You can try, you can work really, really hard to, but it's hard to feel at peace internally when externally there's a chaos. You can try, but it's hard. You, especially children, should deserve a place where there's safety around them as well as within them. But it also, I feel like, is an important lyric because it also showcases the turmoil within the brain of a person that would go and cause such harm. It's really a duality here, both between victim and perpetrator. And then the rap part, the flow of the track was catchy hook, melodic, dramatic elements, the drums, the beat. I feel like that made this a hip-hop ballad, if you will, poignant, fitting, straightforward, because the focus was the music video and the lyrics. The rap had a beautiful flow. What's his face? Atlus had a nice cadence flow with the way that he was rapping. It was very melodic, great rhymes, really good on the flow. Hide in the corner, get on the ground. And then it speaks of, it paints this picture, great storytelling also, to talk about what's happening in the classroom. And then verse 2. So first of all, verse 1 sheds light on what's happening. Merry-go-round, another mass shooting on the news. We'll forget about us. We'll forget about them soon, every last student. But I represent the kids in the classroom growing up. No, never had the chance to it. I'm the person you left hiding under the desk. God. And so it's shedding light on what's happening in the school, storytelling, but also opening up here with setting the stage, calling out what keeps happening, that perpetuating cycle. In verse 2, now dealing with the questions it leaves us with towards God, towards the system, and everything that just feels defeating. Talking about the suits and ties in Washington, getting their blood money and then hiding from us. Fake tears, and man, I call bluffing. We got kids dying, but we're not doing anything. And then he goes back to the chorus. It's a powerful song. It's a heavy topic. It's a powerful song. It must be talked about. This came out 2 weeks ago, mid-November it premiered, and it's headed towards 500,000 views. And I'm glad that artists are using their platform to talk about this. It's heavy. It's heavy, but I hope that this type of stuff doesn't just keep leading to a few tears, reactions that have us stunned for a moment, and then we keep moving. It's hard. It's heavy. What are your thoughts? What do you think about this song? What can we do? What do you feel we can do in the day-to-day? I hope me reacting to this and shedding light and using this platform to push this song and this artist and bring this to many people, I hope, can maybe create some more awareness, and maybe you can do something in the job you have and the position you're in. It starts little. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed by the grief and the evil in the world, but it starts little. It starts with doing the right thing, paying attention, being alert, paying attention to your surroundings when something feels off, speaking up, watching. Is there something going on here? Not just passing by. When you get a gut feeling about something, pay attention when you go in the grocery store. Pay attention if you see a child that's acting odd. Pay attention when you feel like someone shouldn't be with somebody and something's not right. Don't be afraid to ask and speak up. Don't be afraid to go to people at the front desk. Go to the manager at a grocery store. Don't be afraid to speak up yourself. Say, hey, are you okay? Let's pay attention to our environment. Let's not be so consumed by ourselves and our phones that now we're missing people right next to us who are hurting, who are struggling, where we can maybe get better at tackling the problem at the root and not waiting until it escalates on a huge, detrimental, irreversible scale. Subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about this one. I'll see you on the next ride.